Hello guys, today our topic is going to be about transpiration and translocation, so let's get started. Okay, what we have inside them. Xylem. How do water and minerals enter and leave the plant? Maybe you have wondered so many times about how water and minerals enter and leave the plant. They do not have the mouth, so how they're doing that? So it's very easy. But inside the plant, we have the hollow tubes that which called xylem, that they transport water and minerals from the root hair cells to the other parts of the plant. So plants only need to be watered from the roots. As you know, the roots of the plant are getting deeper and deeper in order to find water and minerals. So whenever it finds water, enough water, the root hair cells inside the root this absorbs them and give it to the xylem. The xylem is made of hollow tubes that transport water and minerals from the root to the other parts such as the stem, leaf, and flower, the water. But how xylem actually looks like? Let's find out. Xylem vessels actually look like this. They only one way, so they're going only up, and they carry water and minerals, no end walls between cells, and thick walls stiffened with linen. So those are the xylem vessels. Okay, right. Second, so, how do starch and glucose produced by photosynthesis travel in plants? Okay, now we have got another question that how by photosynthesis processes, as you know, that leaves are making a special food which is called glucose and starch, and it's produced by photosynthesis. But then, is it all collected in the plants, or do plants use it? Of course. So, phloem transports sugar produced from photosynthesis from leaves to other parts of the plant. So, sugar in the leaves are transported by phloem to the other parts of the plant. So, such as phloem vessels are like that. Water and food. Cells have end walls with perforations. You know that those perforations are actually sieve that it has little, let's say, holes that the perforations are actually the water and food minerals are diffusing from one place to another place, and they have two-way flow. So the phloem can go up and go down at the same time. All right. So what about, do plants breathe and sweat? So, many of you maybe wonder about that, and some of you would say, of course not, they do not breathe, they do not sweat, but actually, yes. So, plants have a gas exchange and evaporate water through transpiration process. Remember, guys, plants also have the gas exchange process, and they also need oxygen to breathe, and they also need the gas exchange for photosynthesis processes. You know that in photosynthesis the plants actually take carbon dioxide from the air and give oxygen through the transpiration processes, and also when there is too hot in the air they evaporate water, and we call it transpiration. Underneath the leaves, there are special cells called stomatas that evaporate water and help the gas exchange. For example, let's see this one. Those underneath the plant, we've got special cells, we call the stomatas, that they open, they have a gas exchange, and at night they actually close it. So you see that's the closed forms, and those two parts are actually the guard cells. Each stomata is surrounded by two guard cells that open at daytime and close at night. So At daytime, stomata open guard cells and have a gas exchange, but when it is very hot, they also evaporate water to get rid of heat, so plants are always cool. Remember guys, at daytime, if there is sun shining, the stomatas will open, they will have a gas exchange, such as they will take carbon dioxide, they will give oxygen, they will evaporate water in order to get rid of the heat. But at night, the guard cells will close, but they still have gas exchange process. If there is no sun, they will take oxygen and they will give carbon dioxide into the air. So, but now another part we have. Okay, osmosis. What is osmosis? It is the pressure in the plants that keeps it still, so it doesn't bend. You know that how we see the plants are all the time firm, rigid, standing still. Okay, they do not have a skeleton, of course we know, but how they keep still, how they keep firm and rigid. So, vacuoles in the cells that you know, each cell of the plant has a vacuole and bigger vacuoles. Those vacuoles are filled with water, which then it presses against the cell wall. A cell wall also presses the vacuole, so two pressure come together by your cell wall and by vacuole. While they are actually pressing each other, the cell plants become turgid, which makes them firm and rigid. If plant doesn't get enough water, so vacuole will not be filled with water, so cell wall will bend actually the cell, all the cells, so osmosis will not occur. As a result, plant bend, which is called wilting. When plants are wilting, it means that they are actually bending, so you have to water them in order to fill the vacuoles of the cells with water so they can press against the cell wall and there will be two pressure to keep the plants actually rigid and firm, so they will be turgid. Okay, so today was our lesson transpiration and translocation. Hope that was really useful and helpful to you. Have a nice day guys. See you. Bye bye.